The X-47B rolled onto the flight deck of the aircraft carrier George H.W. Bush off the coast of Virginia, its every move controlled by robo-deckhands. The aircraft, call sign Salty Dog 502, was hooked into the catapult for a first-ever carrier launch of an unmanned aircraft. Rear Admiral Ted Branch, who is in charge of carrier aircraft for the Atlantic, called it historic.
And that unmanned system that you saw flying today is a big part of the evolution that we're going to see for naval aviation and the Navy as we continue down the path.
Flying itself in response to computerized commands, the X-47B made 2 passes over the ship before returning to its base in Maryland, a flight that was 8 years and $1.4 billion in the making. Rear Admiral Matt Winter is in charge of the Navy's drone programs.
You saw X-47 today fly precisely where we wanted it to be. It went exactly where it was supposed to be.
The Navy plans to put 4 to 6 of these stealth-like aircraft on each of its 10 carriers, eliminating the need to construct secret drone bases in remote parts of the world. And, according to Rear Admiral William Moran, the Navy's Director of Air Warfare, freeing Navy aircraft of human limitations.
When you bring in an unmanned capability that can take off and stay out for 12, 14 hours, half a day, that's a pretty significant improvement in capability.
But putting it in the middle of a deck filled with 70 manned aircraft will be a significant complication. All of a sudden you're going to put a robot in the middle of that? Are you convinced that that'll work?
I'm convinced. It's just another aircraft. We've done a lot of studies, a lot of preliminary work to understand the ballet that occurs on that flight deck to make sure that we can launch and recover it safely and operate it safely.
The Navy plans to deploy carrier drones as early as 2018. At first, they'll be loaded with cameras and used for round-the-clock surveillance. But there's little doubt they will one day carry weapons. First, the X-47B has to prove it can actually land on an aircraft carrier. That is scheduled to happen sometime this summer. David Martin, CBS News, aboard the George H.W. Bush.